with Stella Zielinski on her progression into soccer, how she got introduced to the sport, how well she's doing in club soccer in Missouri, starting all the way from her experience with High School Champions League to club soccer and all and beyond. So, Stella, how are you doing today?
I'm doing really well. Thank you for asking. How are you?
Hey, I'm great. I'm great. So, have you recovered from all the week full of soccer so far?
Yes. We're going
Yes.
back into it this weekend.
Nice, nice. Yes. So, what we'll do is, could you go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself? Who Stella is outside of um, being between the goals?
Okay. Well, my name is Stella Zielinski. I go to high school at Liberty, and I'm 15 years old. I'll be 16 in February. Um, I love soccer with a strong passion. It's one of my favorite things. I love music, and one of my favorite things to do is to volunteer with younger goalkeepers.
Nice, nice. So, could you tell us a little bit of how you discovered your passion for goalkeeping?
Well, my parents wanted me to like join a sport when I was younger, and so we started off with soccer. I was 6. And honestly, I did not like it because I thought it was too hot. And but I kept going throughout the season, and there's no goalkeeper like at all. Like no one wanted to do it. So I decided, I'm like, okay, well, I don't have to run. So I
Or
decided, yeah, so I played goal. Wasn't very good at it at first, but like I continued to play in the goal because I don't know, I felt drawn to it. And I kept playing as time went on. I kept getting better and better, and I'm here I am now.
nice, nice. So, how did your mindset develop on being a goalkeeper? Because you mentioned it's just because there was no one there. So, how did that love for then being a goalkeeper develop over time?
It's really hard to explain. It's just I felt like I wanted to be someone that anyone could rely on
Mhm.
because like it's a very tough decision in like a different tough position, and it's going to be like you're the back line. You have to make limited mistakes, and I've always done well under pressure. So it's just I felt so drawn to it. It felt like a part of me.
Nice, nice. Yes, and goalkeepers are a special breed of soccer players. So, um,
Yes.
pressure, yes. And how did how has then been your biggest? Who's been your biggest influence as a goalkeeper?
Well, that's a tough one. I have quite a bit. Some people in my
Yeah.
life and then
Yes.
people that I watched growing up. Like my all-time favorite goalkeeper is Alyssa Nair. Like she's insane. Like I've always looked up to her because she just made her seventh career like 700th career save like
Nice.
this past September. Like she's so good. And then people in my life growing up, I've always worked with older goalkeepers and I use them as like mentors. So like some people in St. Louis that I love working with is like Lily Selby, Kate Lewis. Like they're so great. I love them so much.
Yeah. So well rounded. It looks like from professional and close to you.
Yep.
Yes. And so, how did that progress from starting? You having to find a sport to play, then to become your favorite sport and position. Was there a team that you looked up to, a player that says, I want to be like that individual?
Well, I've always grown up watching like the US women's nationals team. I've always like ever since I was little, I'm like, I'm gonna be there one day. Like I've always like wanted to get there. So I decided to go like further on into my journey to try to play as the like top level, like the best level like you could be at, because I wanted to end up getting there when I was older. So I just kept practicing. I just kept getting better. I was taking any minutes I possibly can, and I just kept building up.
Yes. And so, throughout before high school, did you play with a school, or was it all club soccer?
It was only club soccer before I got to high school. Like last year was my first high school experience playing soccer.
Could you tell us a little bit about that club and how did you, work your way up to being a varsity goalkeeper as a freshman?
Yes, so I've played at different clubs growing up. So currently I'm playing at Missouri Rush on their ECNL team. But in the past I played at Blue Fuse. And I've always had amazing goalkeeping coaches that made like me want to like strive to get better and strive to be the like best I can be. And I've always looked up to them and I kept putting in the work and like I just kept going. Like I kept working hard. I'm sorry, I don't really know what to say.
No, it is perfect. Yes, and soccer, especially at your age, is you still have to find your path. So every year won't be the same, and you probably just can attest to that one. So jumping up to high school, we've seen that you started as a varsity goalkeeper as a freshman. That's not many people can say they've done that. So could you
Yes.
tell us a little bit of that experience and how what's that, especially where will probably lead to high school Champions League from there. But how was that progression? Did you know you were going to be starting goalkeeper, or
I
you
did
had to
not.
earn it?
I had to earn it. There was definitely a lot of practices you could go to just to like, get into it, which is everybody that was trying out.
Mhm.
And I just showed up to any I could, any and all. And I was, instead of like stressing out about it, I just went in there with like a like mindset of like, I'm going to have fun. Like, I know these girls, I'm all friends with these girls. And I just worked as hard as I could while still having fun. And I like like when I got an email when all the teams were being sent out, I came out of my room because I got the email where went into the living room where all my family was, and I was like, "The email's here! The email's here!" I was freaking out, and I opened it, and it said varsity, and I was freaking out. I was jumping. My parents were screaming. It was the whole thing. I loved it so much.
Nice, nice. Sounds like you already have the experience of maybe college and beyond to getting that email to tell you where you're playing. So it looks like you're one step ahead once again.
Yes.
Yes. So how was that experience as a goalkeeper, especially a freshman goalkeeper, having to face girls that are sophomore, junior, even senior?
Yes, it was definitely scary at first because I wasn't like I didn't know what to expect. But I just went in there like with the mindset like I'm here for fun. I got this. Like I've played with teams before. I've played with girls a little bit older than me before. And I just kind of threw myself out there and I loved it so much. It was definitely scary at points cuz like, there's literally almost grown woman like shooting rockets at you. And I felt really good and it was a really fun experience. And I'm excited to play again this year.
Excellent. So yes, and could you tell us maybe a memorable moment during last year that was like, wow, we're playing varsity versus someone that I may have looked up to before.
Yes. Okay. So it was just a normal season game,
That's it.
but during high school you can't go into ties. You have to keep playing until and this game, which it was already at like 7 p.m. So we went into lightning delay for 30
Mhm.
minutes. So we like stopped mid game, 30-minute lightning delay. So we all had like team bonding in this little like locker room we have. That was really fun. We played heads up.
Okay.
Then we went back onto the field after everything was cleared. We finished playing. We were tied 0-0 still. Then we went into two overtimes,
Wow.
and then we had to go back into PKs. I made two saves, and our team won. Like
Nice.
after like saves, so that was a really memorable moment for me. I'm gonna hold that on to like forever because I just remember after making that last save, I just remember my entire team like coming right running up to me. It was just like a really good feeling.
Okay. So you stop PKs as well. So that's
Yes.
another check mark that not too many goalkeepers can say. Excellent. And another question is, so now you have a very busy schedule with high school, club and school. So, um, how do you balance it all?
That's a really tough question. I like to okay. I was still figuring this out like last year too, because it was a lot, but I wanted to keep up with it. So recently I've been using a planner to write down my schedule because I like to stay really organized, like, because if I'm not organized, I'm all over the place, honestly.
Sure.
So I use a planner and I schedule out my day and when my practices are, when I need to study, when my classes are, just so I'm like, I have it all like in front of me. So I know exactly what I'm doing that day.
Okay,
And it's
nice.
a lot easier keeping up with everything, keeping everything balanced.
Wow.
Yeah.
And just becoming a sophomore and have being organized, you're another step ahead of many of your peers. Nice, nice, nice. And so your first year happens to also be the high school champions league
Oh
first
yes.
year. So how was that experience playing now, knowing that you're playing against the best girls high school in the region? So how was that experience? And could you tell us one thing that you've learned from it?
Okay, yes. So I again, like I said before, like I was really nervous going into it, but by then my team was all like getting to know each other. Like we all like felt like one like as a team.
Right.
And it was definitely nerve-wracking going up against like some of the best players in Missouri and best schools. It was hold on. I was thinking,
Take your time.
okay. Um yes, it was I'm sorry, I don't know how to
No, there's a lot to take in. Yes.
okay.
It was a first for everything, right? I guess,
Yeah.
especially knowing that you're facing probably the teams that all have won their class divisions and have maybe a little bit more experience. So I guess we'll say one memorable moment from that tournament.
It was really fun because like we all got there early. We all like talking to each other. I just we feel like a big family. And I remember like so there's a like sadly there was a girl that passed away a few years ago on
Right.
at Liberty. So we always like on important games, we always do bows in her favorite color. Like we all wear bows in our hair, like for her favorite color, just so she's like still a part of this team. So like that was a good moment, which we all like did each other's hair, putting the bows in so we can remember her, so she can be part of this game with us.
Love that. Love that. Always a teammate, always, no matter what. And so leading to that Champions League. You guys made it all the way to the final. You get to
Yes.
play at Maryville University, where the girls are doing an amazing job at this moment. So,
Yes.
how was that final? And also knowing that you were also facing probably the best high school girl in the
Yes.
country. So, how was that final to you? Even though it may have not ended the way you wanted it, but
Yeah.
how was that all that final was for you?
Yes. It was like unreal. I couldn't believe I was there. Like it was really hard to take in because like the stands were like actually packed. Like it was like the most I've been watched at a game. Um we were blasting music at our warm up, like which is my favorite thing. Like I love music so much. It's a part of me. It was just such an unreal experience in playing on this field, playing against some of the best girls in the like in Missouri or like super nerve wracking, but I was like so like pumped. I was so excited to be like, yes, I played against these girls. Yes, I saved shots from these girls. It's just a really good feeling and like really good like yeah.
Yeah, and I watched most of the game, and I think other than it took a player that had, I guess, pretty much is the best in the country. So I guess those that we may have expected from her what she was able to do. But how did your team kind of bond after that final? Is it something now that you guys have as a goal for this year?
Oh yes, absolutely. We've always had a goal to like come out on top. So we're all like as soon as our high school season starts, which is it's gonna start in March.
Yep.
we're all gonna work as hard as we possibly can. We're gonna put in all the work because we want to get there. We want to win. Like this will be our first time like winning like a huge like title,
Right.
and it's just we're all so excited, and we all just want to, you know, I don't.
Yes, always having a goal is a good start. So yes, so and the other part, talking training wise, how, what kind of mindset do you have going into practices? Is there one thing that you absolutely have to do in order to be prepared for your practice or game?
Okay, well, going into like high school season or club season.
Just in general, any
Okay.
soccer, yes.
Yes, I love doing private trainings outside of like my club in high school just to keep up with like all work, my footwork, my like hand-eye coordination, like all that stuff. Because I love to be a really like well-rounded player, so I can use my feet. I can play back. I like to play high, so I'm like an 11th player. So I like to keep up with all of that. And for practices and games, like I got to make sure like that's all like up and running, like all like up to like standards I need it to be. So
So is there like a ritual or process?
a
Because I
ritual,
know
yeah.
all of us crazy soccer players, we always have one thing that we have to do unless our game probably will go sideways. So is there that one thing that you absolutely have to do before?
Yes, absolutely there is. So I have one specific playlist where it has like all like the same like I listen to the same playlist every game,
Okay.
which has like I think 7 specific songs, which all like mean a little bit like mean something to me personally,
Okay.
but also gets me pumped up like for the game because it all has like I don't know like words and like lyrics in it
Yeah.
that like just like speak to me that makes me like feel good and ready to go like pumped up. Like I listen to the same songs before every game. It gets old at some points, but it makes me feel like like really pumped. And
I can see it. And yes, and it's normal. I think we've all had it, and I've had many teammates that um using the same song for almost 20, 30 years. So you're not alone. You're good. Yes, and so when it comes to the teams that you play with, so what is one of your favorite thing or favorite moments with your teammates? It doesn't matter club or high school or kick around. Just what is one of the things that you enjoy with your teammates?
it's a really tough question because there's a lot I love doing with my team.
So just speak to. We'll say two.
Okay,
Yes.
like overall, like for both teams,
Yes.
high school and club, we all love practicing together. Obviously, like my favorite things are scrimmages because of like I can use my feet in game like scenarios. We all like just like we all have big like smiles on our faces. We know it's just fun and not like it's not going up against anything, but everyone just like feels like loose and ready to go, and we all just it's just really fun. Like it's like we all have some good laughs. It's like the best feeling just to know like, oh yeah, we're connecting, but we're still getting practice in.
Nice. I love the fact that you keep repeating fun when it comes to soccer because I think that's what kind of makes it more all of the hard work that you put in. So making it fun kind of makes the time go faster. So is there one fun activities that when your coach says that you guys will do get you a little bit more pumped up than others?
That's a tough one because like both coaches like to change it up a little bit,
Okay.
but I feel like both do like a specific shooting game like at like certain points that it's like high school more often we do the same shooting game where it comes like as like a shot and then like across like the goal like for like a low dive for me, but
Okay.
then they're trying to score like low corners for high school. That's I love that game. It's a lot of shots first of all, and it's just like reaction. I had to go up, like up, like I had to just be ready and be prepared. And then for club, We do different shooting all the time. We do a lot of small-sided games, which I love working with the goal. Like, okay, so I'm the only goalkeeper for high school,
Okay.
but I also for club I work with another goalkeeper. We call her Sparky because that's like a part of her last name. I love working with her, and it's like super fun just to like we're like, yep, okay, we're taking 5 shots and then we're switching. We're taking 5 shots and switching. It's just like we're so like ready to go, but then like usually we're gonna like, can I get another one? And just like we just keep adding on. It's like because we all just like want to be there. We all just want to keep going.
Okay, excellent. So yes, so another part when it comes to you being a goalkeeper, I know that like you mentioned earlier that there's not many people that jump and say I want to be a goalkeeper. So what would you say to a young girl, young boy that's maybe on the fence of being a goalkeeper? What would you tell them about that
Okay.
position?
Well, it's definitely not for everybody. Like, position's not for everybody. But if you're on the fence, it's still like you still have a part of it in your heart that you're still like, maybe like, oh, maybe I want to do it, maybe I don't. So overall, it's like how, like, do you think you can put yourself out there? Do you think you can put yourself in front of these incoming shots? Like, you have to have a good mentality. But if you do, if you say yes, like, it's like personally, I believe that it's one of the best positions to play. It's a lot of pressure, but it's so like rewarding once you make a good save or you help out your team with a win. It's like it feels rewarding like inside and person and like honestly like outside too because it can keep your team from losing. You can help your team by winning. It's like a great experience and it's like I just believe it's like the most fun position to play.
Wow, you call it in most fun position. Um, I would say you goalkeepers are a special breed. There's not
Yes.
there's not many people that, like you said, will stand in front of a ball coat going very fast or a boot that could be very close to your face or the rest of your body. Um, I have to say you goalkeeper are probably the craziest athletes that I know personally. So and I see that you're also a little soft spoken. So is that the same Stella that we see on the soccer field, or is it a different beast once you're between those goalposts?
Okay. When I play soccer, I am very serious.
Okay.
When you see pictures of me, I always have like a straight face.
Mhm.
Even though like when I was like, you can smile, you can smile. I'm like, but I'm like so serious. Because like it's like I feel like it's like a ride or die like situation. Like I love soccer with like so much that like I get so serious about it. Even though yes, I promise I'm having fun. Like I
Mhm.
promise I'm like internal. I'm like yes, like I'm like so excited. But like on the field, I'm very vocal. I'm very loud on the field. I like all my team knows that I'm yelling. It's not because of you. I'm yelling to you to help you
Okay.
out. Like I'm not yelling at you, but because like I project, so I can't. So my team knows like because I'm the back. Like I'm very back. I can see the rest of the field, so I love
Right.
to help communicate with my team so they know like what's going on around them.
Yep. So would you say that being a goalkeeper, you enjoy having kind of the leadership role to be able to work with your teammates and make pretty much knows that you have their back at all time?
Yes, absolutely. Like it's a very big thing for me to be able to be helpful, be a leader, and just like make sure everyone knows like what's going on around them, making sure they know like I have your back. Like I'm gonna help you as much as possible. Like you can rely on me.
Excellent. So yes, and I saw in social media and others that you are very involved in volunteering and helping younger kids
Yes.
playing soccer and others. So could you tell us a little bit more about that aspect? Because you've mentioned fun a lot. So do you also incorporate that in your volunteering when it comes to soccer?
Oh yes, absolutely. Volunteering is it holds a very special place in my heart. Um, just like how past coaches helped me when I was little,
Right.
like love the game. Like I want to do that someday. I want to be a coach after I hang up my cleats, after hang up my gloves. I want to make sure little kids can have the same like experience I did. Same like passion for the game. I want to make sure I can like keep holding like pushing on that legacy. Like I want to be part of like kids' lives, like to make them like, oh yeah, like I remember having that one coach. She like made me love the game. I want to be that person. And volunteering is helping me like I love the kids. I volunteer at a summer little kids like camp. It's for soccer. It's just like run by one of my friend's dads,
Okay.
but about 20 kids show up per like it's every Friday over the summer. And I love doing that because it's these little like third and fourth graders and they're all crazy. They all have so much energy. And so I run like a little goalkeeping like group like
Nice.
in that camp. It's usually like 20 minutes every day, but I run a little goalkeeping camp and these little kids like are all like, oh, like I don't know, they're all running around. I had to keep them under control. That's one of my favorite things. Like if they're not listening because they're all crazy, they all have so
Oh,
much
yes.
energy. I don't understand how they have that much energy.
Huh. And you're still
Um,
young, so that's
yes, but one of my favorite things to do is like, okay, so like I usually be like, okay, line up on the line. Whoever's there fastest, don't have to run. And they're like, ah, well, like because no one wants to run. Like, of course, I'm not gonna make any of them run. But and
eh,
then I say you have to be like starfish arms apart.
right.
Like so they all like go. It's like a starfish mode almost. It's so funny. And then if they're still not paying attention, me and then whoever I work with that day, which I like involving like goalkeepers I'm friends with because there's a huge goalkeeping community in Missouri, and I know a lot of them. So I try to bring out some like other people to help me volunteer with these goalkeepers because again, there's like 15 to 20 girls like all at a time. I can't handle that many. So I love bringing in some of my friends. So and they help me. So we're always like, oh, if you're not paying attention, like how many fingers am I holding up? And I'll like hold up two, and they're all yell two, but I'm like, nope, it's three. And then they all like start like,
Ah,
what?
nice.
And I love doing like it's always gonna be the basics I'm teaching because they're all still young. They're all still like I want to make it fun for them. Of course, I'm not gonna like shoot rockets at them like my volley coaches are doing because like we're at that level.
Yes.
But like simple catching, simple diving, and I always ask them like, okay guys, what do you want to like? How do you feel about this? And they're like, oh, I've like it makes me feel good because after this camp like this last year, almost half of them said they wanted to be a goalkeeper.
There you go. You accomplished your goal from there. So yes, so Stella will be able to say, you know what, St. Louis, I've provided you a dozen goalkeepers across the St. Louis.
Yes.
That's amazing. And so, what is the name of that camp? Well, so we'll make sure that we'll let everyone know. Um,
It's called Kick and Pops. It's
okay,
run by one of my like friends' dads. I can always like give you like a flyer that they usually put up right before summer.
okay,
Like it's usually third, fourth, and fifth graders that can join any experience levels, anything. And it's just like a very fun like experience. Like all the kids play for like an hour and 15 minutes
okay.
and there's all these fun games to do. And then I run a little goalkeeping portion. And then after everyone gets popsicles.
Nice. Yeah. So, Missouri Heat. So it's definitely appreciated.
Yes.
So yes. So we'll
Yes.
definitely make sure we share that. So we make sure that everyone know about it. So um, yeah, the more the merrier.
Yep.
So with that, so the volunteering. So that it sounds like you say you want to go into coaching after you
Oh
hang
yeah.
your cleats. So um, that's a great start to do it from there. So is there anything else you enjoy doing when it comes to giving back?
I take any opportunity to volunteer. It doesn't have to just be soccer. So like even if it's just like volunteering at a concession stand at my school or at like just to help anybody. Another thing I love to do is when like Spencer has camps, which is soccer, like soccer practices or like camps for special needs athletes.
Okay.
I love to volunteer with some of my teammates to do that because it's just a very fun experience. It's just like I like, love to play with these kids, like, and it's just I don't know. It's just I don't know how to explain it. It's just like it like fills my heart. Like it's something I just cannot explain. I don't know if I could ever. It's just like something I just love so much.
I would say you're a great ambassador for soccer. So maybe we'll call you, Ambassador Stella from now on until you hang your soccer boots.
Okay.
Um, so yes, so the last thing before we go to the very fun 5 questions, so how is it important for up and coming soccer players to have role models or mentors?
It's a very important thing because it gives you like a strive to like look up to someone. And once you have that person, it gives you like, okay, well, I want to be them. Like, I want to be there when I'm older, which I've definitely had a lot growing up. One of them was, like I said before, Lily Selby. Like, I love working with her. I've worked with her growing up, and I've always looked up with, like, up to her, like, like beyond. But like now it's an insane feeling because like we're like she's like one of my peers now. Like I talk to her like on a daily basis. Like I talk to her all the time. And she's helped out with like the camp like I've been at. Like it's just like insane experience to me because like I'm looking up to this player and then like one day like I'm doing college IDs with her. Like
Yeah,
I'm practicing with her. It's like always a very fun like idea that like I was here and now I'm here. And then having mentors is well, first of all, it's like, yeah, like I said, you can look up to someone, like strive to be like, yes, I want to be just like them. Like I want to be like when I'm older, like I said, Alyssa Nair, like she's insane. Like how much, I bet you like a ton of people look up to her. And I'm
I'm sure.
definitely one of them. Like, yeah, like I want to be that brick wall behind the post, like that she is. Like she's insane.
Oh, amazing. So, last question. So there's when it comes to a soccer players, you have your supporting group, and you have your mom and dad that are very involved. We know your mom walk up to me during the high school Champions League, say you were watching this show, and she was also running around taking pictures. And
Oh
I
yeah.
also know that your dad very involved in your soccer too. So um, now it's their spotlight at this moment. So could you tell us a little bit more, like, how appreciative and um, how it means to have their support in your soccer career? Because we do see you in many states and not in places. So tell us a little bit about their support, and let's give them, a huge shout out for that.
Well, first of all, like I wouldn't be able to play if they weren't like taking me to all of these practices on my games. So I first of all, I really appreciate that. And they're so involved in my life. Like it's just like I don't even know how to explain it. Like I'm always like they're my number one supporters. They always will. And it's so great to like also like I have a little sister.
Right.
So she's 12. So like well in my last game, she goes, "Oh, can I go?" And I'm like, "Yes, of course you can." And I was doing my hair because I always do double braids before like games.
Okay.
She wanted me to do her hair exactly like mine. So she could like think everyone knew like she was my little sister. And my parents all come out to my games and they try to both come whenever they can. But,
Right.
sometimes we have a dog and he's a diva. So one person always has to stay with them if we're traveling. But at
Yeah.
home games, my entire family comes. Some of my grandparents come out if they can. And like my mom, she loves like I love talking to her about it because like for honestly, she didn't know anything about it until I started playing. So I love explaining, like I love talking to her about it.
Right.
And she's my like I want to be like my mom. My mom has such a like big strive to do anything and I look up to her a lot. And I love talking to her about my sport, and she always gives me, like, the best, like, pump up, like, speeches almost.
Nice. Nice.
And it's just, like, really good for, like, my mental,
Mhm.
like, I don't even know, like, I love talking to my parents about soccer, even if they don't really know what I'm talking about. It's just, like, they're my number one supporters, and I always before every game, I always look to see where they're at so I know if I make a good save or anything, I can look right back at them. Okay. And yeah, my mom, like you said, my mom takes photos for my games, and like that's how I'm building on my Instagram because she takes all these videos and these photos for me, and it's like And I love like looking like, oh wow, I did that. Like I made that save and she caught like all of it. It's
Nice.
just
So you have your own production crew at home slash
yes.
driving slash everything. So nice. Um,
Yes.
and I think you just mentioned your little sister and wanting to go to games. So how it's I know it's probably a different feeling when she wants to go to watch you play. So does that also want her to play soccer and be a goalkeeper, or that's still a work in progress?
I've definitely tried. I've definitely tried like, hey, you should play. She says, well, it's not for me. But like she has her other activities. Like
Right.
she's a fantastic artist.
Okay.
She
Yes.
is an amazing trumpet player. She just started playing trumpet last year, and she's already like I personally think top of her class.
There
And
you
she's
go.
trying out for honors band, and she's just like so talented. And I don't even know how she can play an instrument. I don't think I could.
All right, so it sounds like before you know it, she'll be playing music for you.
Yes,
So you'll have someone that plays music, someone that drives you, someone that takes pictures. You
yes,
have a whole crew at the house without having to go outside.
yes. And my family is just my biggest supporters. And no matter what I do, like if I have something really important in my life, they're the first people I talk to, no matter what. And my mom and my dad both build me up, and they give me so much confidence and give me like so much just give me a feeling like I want to show them like all like they're giving me is paying off. Like they're giving me so much mentally and like physically, and I want to prove to them that I'm there, and I want to like show them like thank you so much. I want to like thank them by how much they're putting in. Like I really appreciate them.
Amazing, amazing. Yes, having a great support goes a long way. So we're going to go to a rapid 5 questions,
Okay, awesome.
and we'll go from there. And we did not share those with you, so those will be all surprises.
Okay.
All right. So the first one is, what's your go-to snack
My
after a
go-to
game?
snack after game. Okay. That So I usually want to get into the shower as fast as possible because I usually smell really bad after
Uh,
games. So it's gonna be a
that,
really
that
quick
was part of
snack.
it.
Yeah. Yeah. So sometimes, okay, there's like my mom always buys these chocolate chip like protein waffles,
Okay.
and I love having that with like a peanut butter spread. That is so good. I love having that after games.
Okay. Um, and if you had the chance to play with any soccer player, famous or not famous, who would that be?
But listen here, absolutely. Just like I would just like I know maybe she'll obviously start because then I'm playing with her. She's starting, but like
Oh, maybe
it's
against?
crazy.
Oh,
Maybe against oh yes, yes. She's I don't know, I don't even know how to explain how like crazy she is. Like
mhm.
she is insane. Like again, like she had her 700th save, like career like save. She's a Olympic gold medalist.
Yep.
She just scored her first goal like this year. Like it's just she just seems like so like into it, like and she looks so serious, but like you could kind of tell like that she loves this. Like she like it's she's just a great person to look up to, and I love watching her play.
Amazing, amazing. So I guess the goal sounds like is with or without her, against her. Okay. And so are you aspiring to, we'll say, we'll probably want you on the spot, like college wise, but if you had your like dream college to play for, would you be able to share that with us?
Well, I'm still obviously looking into colleges because I'm a sophomore now.
Yes.
I can't be recruited until
Oh,
like
no.
and I can't be talked to until June
Yes.
15th. I don't have a specific college I'm like wanting to go to yet, but I'm keeping my net as wide as possible because all I want to do is keep playing soccer until like my time runs out. Like that's I want to keep soccer a part of my life. Like I want to first of all go to college for I want to be helpful. I want to go into a medical field of
Okay.
some like kind, like usually like sports medicine or like yeah, like physical therapist or something like that. So I want to definitely keep that in mind for when I go to college.
Okay.
And yeah, just keep playing soccer at a high level. And I want to make sure I love my teammates, and that's like a major thing I'm looking out for.
Yes, all right, excellent. So and we have the World Cup coming up next year. So
Yes.
how excited are you or having pretty much 48 countries coming
Oh,
in the US to and celebrate the
oh, I'm
sports that we
so
both love?
yes, I'm so excited. I'm like last night I was like even it's like I was trying to like talk to my dad. I'm like, we should go. Like there's one in Kansas City. Like we should go. And he's like, that's really expensive. I'm like, we should like I'll sell a kidney.
Maybe too early for that
Maybe
one, but
not.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
But yes, I absolutely like I'm so excited to like and it's coming like into the US and I like obviously I'm going to watch it as much as possible. Like
Right.
if I could if I don't have soccer in a way. And then yeah, I really want to go to that game because that'll be like my first World Cup game. I like yes. I'm like really excited to see like who wins.
Yes, and hopefully all of the leagues, from youth all the way up, maybe they will make sure that their schedule does not inflict because I think it will be disheartening to know that there's games happening and that
Yes.
there's something else scheduled. So, um, from what I'm hearing, there will be some changes just to make sure that you folks that have very busy schedule can also enjoy it because there's not many times you get the World Cup in your home country.
Yeah.
So do you? I guess I won't say who's your favorite to go, but so how you feel about having U.S. Say that you will be excited to see the U.S. play against the biggest names in the world, and I guess you will be interested of who is going to use St. Louis as their home base.
Yep.
Maybe that's where we'll have Stella's maybe see one of those goalkeepers.
Yes, I'm like really excited to see some of the goalkeepers play because that's one of my favorite things to do. Like when I go to games, I love to take notes of
Right.
how the goalkeepers play, like to see like what their styles are because I love to incorporate some of that into my own style. And like just like everyone plays differently. Everyone has a
Yes.
different style of play. Some goalkeepers play high up. Some goalkeepers play like like back more towards their goal.
Yes.
Some are very loud. Some are only loud when they need to be. I love to experience like what they do to see like what works best for me.
And to close out this great interview, um, if you were to talk to a little girl that's thinking about joining soccer or um, to have a little reservation, so how would that sales speech will be to a little girl that's looking up to you?
I would definitely say give it a try because soccer, even if they don't even want to be a goalkeeper, because absolutely goalkeeper's not for everybody because it's like a different like mentality you have to have. But soccer overall is just a very fast-paced sport, and if you like having like if you have a lot of confidence, if you have like the strive to like, yes, I want to be on spotlight. I want to be like if you like a good challenge, this is definitely a sport for you. And overall, it just has some like really, really fun moments. And it's like a great experience walking onto that field and knowing that as soon as that whistle plays, like it's go time. Like you just like put everything out there. Like it's just a fantastic feeling. And personally, I love that feeling. I'm usually so nervous before games, like big games. But as soon as that whistle blows, I'm in. Like I forget about like all the nerves I've had,
Right.
and I just, it's just a different feeling. Yeah, I love it. So I feel like if other young kids start going into there's whole different levels that you can play at whatever you're comfortable with.
Yes.
But it's definitely a fun, fast-paced game.
Oh, excellent. Well, Stella, definitely appreciate your time. It was great to know about you more from starting soccer all the way to where you are now, knowing that the great support system that you have around you, and that you're just a sophomore. So you still have a lot work to do, but also have done so much in such a small window. So with that said, thank you all everyone for joining in that episode of Football. We'll make sure that we share every information from Stella, from her ECNL team all the way to high school, and we'll definitely keep an eye on where she goes next. But with that said, always love soccer. Soccer is life, and we'll go from there.
Yep.
Peace.
Thank you so much.